Stacy, have you ever made a pledge to St. Margaret's?
I have.
Good. Was there anything in particular that prompted you to do that?
Just a gratification it gave me that I was making a dedication and a devotion to be a member of the church, and the commitment that came with that.
Have you ever made a pledge to St. Margaret's?
Yes.
And is there anything in particular that prompts you to do that?
I think it's an obligation that we all have to support our faith community.
Okay. Is it that prompts you or motivates you to give a pledge to the church?
Well, I believe in what the church is doing and the things that they're planning and moving forward in the long run. And we love the church and love the people and feel that it's been a great experience for us so far, and we think we ought to be members of the participating parties and to make a contribution so that the church grows in strength.
Great. Sarah, in the Stewardship campaign this year, we've used this expression, giving is a spiritual practice.
Yes.
Does that mean anything to you? Do you have anything that you might say? What do you think about that?
From an early age, I remember lots of opportunities that I was able to do, like playing in an orchestra and going overseas. And a lot of the finance of that came from my church as a way of kind of letting my gift go out in the world. And so from a very early age, I was aware that like a church collected money but then gave it out. And in the way they gave it out, it was like spreading the love and the gifts. And so for me, when I kind of think about the resources I have, I kind of like, well, it's not only the gifts I can give, but it's the gift that I can give to help others to spread their gifts. So when I look and think about the money for the year, I kind of really try and pray about how I'm going to spread that gift. And so for me, I do a modern tithe and give a percentage to the church and then another percentage, so it works out about 6% to the church and then 4% to other charities as a way of spreading the love. As somebody who's from an international place in England, there's charities in England and charities in America that I like to support, and it's done in a prayerful way, and yes, it's really good when you see your resources kind of multiplying elsewhere in the world.
Are you aware of the slogan or theme that has been used this year saying giving is a spiritual practice?
Yes.
What did you think of that?
I think it's an excellent way to look at it. It makes it seem less like the church is just asking for money and they're asking you to extend the way the Holy Spirit moves you.
Great. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Have you ever made a pledge to St. Margaret's?
Yes.
And what is it that prompts or motivates you to do that?
Well, it's something we've always done in whatever church we've gone to, but at St. Margaret's we feel very comfortable in the congregation, and it's always a welcoming environment, and we want to contribute to our congregation, but to also the needs of others in the community and around the world.
Let me ask you a few questions about stewardship?
Absolutely, love to.
Great. Have you ever made a pledge to St. Margaret's?
Yes, yes.
And what is it that motivates you to do that?
What motivates me to do that is the relationship between me and God and how I can help God do His work. So through my dollars, I feel that they can help our church, do God's work, and that's why our family pledges. I've always pledged to, since I was probably 20, independently.
Right.
After I
right.
my family set that example, and I continued, in my young adult life to do that. And so while, our pledges had to change over the years with the times, I still feel like that is a commitment that, that I make first.
Great.
To the church.
Thank you. And have you been aware of the slogan that we've used this year, like giving is a spiritual practice?
Not until that letter. I'm a visual person. If you used it before,
okay.
I didn't know.
And how does that register with you?
It speaks volumes to me. It makes me totally look at things differently. And in that letter, he also commented on how stewardship is not just financial, and that has never been recognized, I don't believe, in the past, because stewardship is much more than just financial, although we need the finances, clearly, in order to...
A lot of commitment from a lot of parishioners.
Right. So it's yes, the service that you do for the acolytes, that's giving. The teaching of the Sunday school, that's giving. And that's appreciated, but, we also have a bottom line, and we need to have that filled, and we need your dollars for that. And it was just, I really like how he presented that.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.